are. Great to have you with us. We do have a lot to get to in just a little bit. You'll hear from Jan Agafjortov, Stuart Robson as well as we look ahead to some big games in the Bundesliga and the Premier League. But we'll start today in Spain with a big game this weekend. Barcelona against Atletico Madrid on Sunday in Barcelona. Now, the two teams are even on points. Atleti do have a game in hand. Both squads 4 points back of your co-league leaders, Real Madrid and Girona. All right, what do the odds makers say about this one? No surprise, Barcelona at home installed as the favorite, just about even money. Interesting, both the Atleti win and the draw paying out at just about the same. All right, for more on this game, thrilled to welcome into the show Mario Suarez, of course, a longtime player for Atletico Madrid, a product of their academy as well. And he joins us now from deep in enemy territory in Barcelona. Are you okay? You look pretty cold out there, Mario. What's going on?
Hello, good night all. Yeah, it's a little bit cold, but it's okay. Happy to be with you here.
Yeah. Is it okay, though? Because the scarf seems
but be
it may
quick.
not be okay.
What do you say? It's okay, but be quick.
Obviously, a player who has really come into his own since leaving Atleti, Ale.
Yeah, and it just never really worked out at Atletico Madrid. It just never felt like it was a matchup that made a whole lot of sense, given the personality of the manager in Diego Simeone and the personality of the player in Joao Felix. Joao Felix is a guy that wants freedom. Diego Simeone says you have no such thing. There will be no freedom. You will do what I ask you to do. You will defend and work like everybody else is defending and working. And Joao Felix is saying, nah, but that's not for me. That's not what I do. It was never going to work.
Here we see a comment from Antoine Griezmann, who, of course, knows the situation, both Atleti and Barcelona, quite well. Here's what he had to say about Joao Felix. In the end, when you get here, you know more or less what the coach is like, what the team is like. You adapt and work for it, or things don't work out for you. Joao had moments when he did very well, when he worked very well. But you have to be consistent, and he got tired. So he and the club made the effort to give him a way out. Mario, why do you think it didn't work out for Joao Felix at Atletico Madrid?
Well, I think Joao has been 4 years in Atletico, and he never adapted to Atletico style, to Simeone style, for what Simeone demands to a player that plays for Atletico. And well, now he's on loan. He has a lot of talent, but I think talent is not enough. It depends on him, how many effort he puts. And well, he say now he's happy in Barcelona. He's not scoring a lot of goals, but he's playing well. So let's see what he can do on Sunday. And now he says he's happy. Let's see what happens in the future.
Shaka, quite a different player from one club to the other.
Yeah, and listen, when Atletico Madrid first signed Joao Felix, it didn't make sense, a whole lot of sense to me. And I thought maybe it signaled a change as to what Diego Simeone was going to ask of Atletico Madrid. Quite clearly, there was no change, and the move just never made an awful lot of sense. Now Joao Felix has gone to Barcelona. That style and a manager like Xavi clearly suits him a whole lot better, and he's been good. He's been better than he was at Atletico Madrid. I'm not going to say he's setting the world alight. 4 goals in 16 games says as much, but he has been better, and he's looked happier. Everything at Barcelona just seems to fit. But then to Griezmann's comments, and I saw Jan Oblak double down on saying pretty much the same thing, I just can't help but wonder how much of that is aimed at getting under the skin of Joao Felix. Especially coming from Antoine Griezmann, given his struggles at Barcelona. And yes, he's been outstanding since his return to Atletico Madrid. But I just thought, as a standalone comment, it just seemed odd. But then once I saw Jan Oblak, as I say, it's pretty much saying the same, I couldn't help but feel that this was targeted at Joao Felix to get under his skin before this game. And a tactic often used and one I understand.
But I must say, you usually don't talk about former teammates. It's usually not a practice that you put forth. Whatever decisions are made by teammates as they move on to a different club, you kind of leave that because that's part of the profession. Unless, of course, you were disappointed by that teammate time and time again, and you created some sort of personal difference between you and that guy who's no longer here. And so therefore, when you asked about him, you're not going to defend him. You are then going to put him out there and you're going to say, you know what? No, he wasn't consistent enough. No, he did not adapt. No, he did not change the way that he needed to play for us. He was not part of the group, so on and so forth. You feel a whole lot more freedom saying those things because guess what? Whatever your connection was with him was not all that strong, and so therefore the fact that he's gone, you feel is a better thing for your team.
But the other thing to that is Joao Felix is on loan.
Yeah.
So there's every chance that he may return. But by them saying this, I think it's serving to sever those ties, which Joao Felix, I'm sure, would be very happy about. He wants out. However, they can make it happen.
So there we have the comments from Joao Felix. It sounds, Mario, like he's saying a little bit, players don't like playing the Atleti style. What do you make of that?
No, I don't believe so. It seems like he never want to play for Atletico, but for the other players, I don't know. I think the players that Atletico has believe in Simeone, believe in the message, and they know that if they want to win, they have to do what Simeone say. And I think the problem is that Joao Felix, as he said, is more happy in Barcelona than in Atletico. He preferred the style of Barcelona. He played more attacking, but if you see the numbers on the table, Atletico at the moment has more goals than Barcelona, so let's see. But as I told you before, it looks like he never wanted to play for Atletico.
We're criticizing Joao Felix here for not adapting. What about Diego Simeone? Should he have adapted better to this player? Because we obviously see what he can do, now at Barcelona.
Yeah, but Mario would know this, right? You adapt to Diego Simeone, or otherwise you're no longer part of Atletico Madrid. Those players that have been unable or unwilling to, at the very least, meet Simeone halfway, they're gone. They're out the door. They're no longer part of the picture. And I think this is part of the issue with Joao Felix and Atletico Madrid, is that he was never willing to actually meet Simeone halfway, to actually say, you know what, you're asking me to work defensively, I'm going to do that for you. And by doing that, I'm going to earn the right to take some chances going forward whenever the opportunity presents itself. That's where I think the disconnect happened. And it got to the point to where Simeone no longer trusted Joao Felix to do the job that he was asked to do. And when the manager loses trust in a player, doesn't matter who it is, that trust you're not going to get back. And I don't think Joao Felix earned that trust from Diego Simeone at any point. Again, it's a relationship that was never going to work. But Diego Simeone, given the success that he has had with Atletico Madrid, where he has become Atletico Madrid, the identity of Atletico Madrid is Diego Simeone. There was only one person that was going to need to adapt here, and that is Joao Felix, not Diego Simeone.
And I think he loves to play for Atletico, to play to Simeone, and I think he's happy. And when you are happy, you do the good things in the pitch. So I think we have to be happy with Griezmann in Atletico.
And to that point, if Antoine Griezmann is willing to do the work defensively, then Joao Felix better be willing to do the work defensively. Hence why it never did work. Because you see Antoine Griezmann, who is the superstar of the team, you see him defending in deep areas. You see him participating in the build-up. And you see him participating whenever the team actually needs to get behind the ball and defend a result. He's doing it. So if he's doing it, and he's the leader of the team, and he is the example, and then the other guy's not willing to do it, guess who's going to be the star of the group? Guess who's going to remain with Atletico Madrid? And guess who's gone?
All right, so Barcelona against Atletico Madrid. Coverage starts at 2:30 p.m. Eastern Time Sunday right here on ESPN+. Let's take a look at the predictions. A whole lot of fence sitting. That's what I see right here. Shaka's got a draw. Ali's got a draw. Even Mario, the Atleti guy, has a draw too. Mario, why aren't you picking Atleti to win?
Look, I really want to Atletico win, but as Simeone never won here, that's why I say a draw. But I hope Atletico can win on Sunday because they are in a good moment. But it's true that Simeone never won here. And maybe a draw is good for them because we have to remember that they are one game less than Barcelona and they are with the same points. So that's why I say a draw.
How much of a worry is Barca's recent form? I mean, a lot of it's attributed to injuries, no doubt.
Yeah, but Real Madrid would say something like, you want to talk about injuries? We got injuries. So the excuse of the injuries, I don't think really carry a whole lot of weight for Barcelona. And nobody's feeling sorry for Barcelona in La Liga and say, oh my goodness, Barcelona has injuries. Oh, poor little guys. Are they going to be able to put it together? Well, the truth of the matter is that Barcelona haven't been playing well. They haven't been playing well for the last month or so. And when you think of Barcelona and the Barcelona way of playing, it is that sharp possession in the attacking half, possession with a purpose, quality of movement with and without the ball, passing around pressure, passing through pressure. Those things are not happening for this version of Barcelona. So their passing game is not quite there. Okay, so maybe their 1v1 situations is there. No, they don't have that either. Their best 1v1 player currently, right now in the starting lineup is Joao Cancelo. That's your left back or right back, depending on where he plays. Maybe Lamine Yamal on his day. But other than that, you don't have dynamic movement in wide areas and 1v1 situations. Okay, so we don't have the passing game. We don't have 1v1 situations. We got Lewandowski. Well, no, he's not scoring goals either, and you are not creating enough opportunities for him to be goal dangerous. Okay, so we don't have that either. All right, but we have defending because we had that last year when we were winning games 1-0. No, we don't have that either. See, this is a team that hasn't defended nearly as well this season as they did last season. And so you put all those things together, and this is a team that is desperate for a performance and desperate for a result. They'll do just enough, I think, to get the draw. But to be quite honest with you, this weekend, Atletico Madrid, Girona coming up, there is a danger for Barcelona to lose touch and lose contact with the top of the league. And if that happens, then what happens with this team going forward? I agree with Mario. This is a final for Barcelona. There are games in a season that tell you what direction the season is going to go for you. This is one of those games for Barcelona.
Mario, I wonder if we take a little bit bigger picture look here at Atleti. We heard the comments on yesterday's show from Alvaro Morata. He says, this year feels different. They haven't won the title since 2021. Do you think this year feels different for Atleti?
Well, I think Atletico must be a contender for sure for the title. I think they are playing with high confidence. They are playing attacking football. They are building up the play many times, more than we were used to. So I think that the confidence is key in football and in the players. And Morata is scoring a lot of goals. He's the striker of the team. Atletico is playing really well. The key players, Griezmann, Morata, Koke, Oblak, they are fit both. So I think Atletico arrives in a good moment. As I told you before, they will treat this game like a final because if they win, they will put three more points from Barcelona and with one game less. So let's see what happens on Sunday, but I think they arrive in a really good moment.